Newcastle United certainly looked the part as their team bus rolled up outside Molineux earlier this month. The players stepped off wearing re-released replica away shirts from the famous Entertainers era, a nod to the mid-90s side that used to swagger into grounds across the country, fearless and free-scoring. But nostalgia only goes so far. On the pitch, this Newcastle team didn't quite match the confidence of Kevin Keegan's legendary 1995-96 outfit. In fact, it took until the 85th minute for them to register their first shot on target in a goalless Premier League draw against bottom-placed Wolves. It was another frustrating reminder of a growing issue. Newcastle have become travel-sick. They've managed just 3 away wins in all competitions this season, a return that simply isn't good enough for a side with ambitions at the top end of English and European football. And things aren't about to get any easier. In the space of just 10 days, Eddie Howe's men are heading to the Parc des Princes, Anfield, and the Etihad Stadium, one of the toughest runs any club could face. But could this brutal sequence of fixtures actually bring the best out of them? Sometimes, Howe says, the bigger the game and the harder the challenge, the more you have to rise to it. And for Newcastle, that moment has arrived. Their struggles away from home have only increased their reliance on St. James Park, a stadium many inside the club believe gives them an extra edge when the atmosphere is at full throttle. The numbers certainly back that up. Newcastle boast a 62% win rate at home this season, compared to just 21% away in all competitions. Only 4 Premier League teams have collected more home points than them, and just 3 have scored more goals on their own turf. In Europe, the pattern continues. 3 of Newcastle's 4 Champions League wins this season have come at St. James, while a run of home victories powered them into the Carabao Cup semi-finals. There have been moments that felt almost unstoppable, like the dramatic comeback against Leeds United, when 2 goals deep into stoppage time turned a 3-2 deficit into a famous home win. Away from home, though, that same spark has been harder to find. Defender Sven Botman admits it's difficult to explain. The conversations happen, between players, in the dressing room, but there's no obvious answer. They know the level has to improve. They don't want to be a team that only thrives in one environment. That's why Howe has tried to shift the mindset. Instead of focusing on venues, crowds, or pressure, he's asking his players to attack every game the same way, wherever it's played. Starting now. Starting in Paris, there have been a lot of questions about our away form, Howe admits. About how we handle pressure, how resilient we are when we're not dominating games. Those questions haven't been fully answered yet. But Wednesday night at the Parc des Princes offers Newcastle a chance, not just to silence critics, but to prove something to themselves. That they can compete. That they can adapt. And that they can be effective, in any environment. Sometimes, the hardest tests reveal the clearest truths.